Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us for our. We decided it was the 14th dev stream. I think it's actually like the 16th dev stream, but because we had so many problems yesterday, Shane and I decided that it had to be the 13th dev stream because that's the only thing that would make sense. As you can see, I'm joined by Weapon Tinkerer, aka TJ, and today is Fancy Friday at Human Head Studios. So as you can see, TJ is looking quite dapper for all of you. We aim to provide the classiest stream on Twitch, and TJ is bringing that classy for us. So again, guys, thank you for joining us. For anyone who's new and not been with us before, we're happy to have you. For those of you guys who are with us like all the time, we're happy to see you again. We do these streams twice a week. We do them on Wednesdays at, let's see if I can remember the actual times. On Wednesdays, we do them at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Central, 11 p.m. GMT. And on Fridays, we do them at 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern, and 8 p.m. GMT. We try to maintain that schedule, or we've been very good actually at maintaining that schedule for the last few weeks, and we will stick with that going forward. To make sure that you guys always know where we're going to be here. You always know where to find us to get that feedback, or give us that feedback, hear those new awesome sneak peeks at features, and just generally interact with us and be a part of this process in early access. DevilX, I'm not sure why that thing deleted all your messages. Small thing, we added. Oh, stop typing in caps. So quick thing. We added Nightbot to the chat like this morning, and we're new to using Nightbot. So if he does things like delete your messages that are in all caps, I'm sorry. I haven't totally finished setting him up yet. So bear with me, and I apologize for him in advance if he does something that seems unnecessarily harsh. TJ, we're not seeing. Can you alt tab back and forth real quick? We're not seeing minimum on the stream right now. Just go back to it again. I want to make sure it shows up. Yeah. So sorry about that black screen right now, guys. We'll make sure that everything is working correctly soon. So yes, Dire Player, there will be, or no, sorry, MHJ TV. There will definitely be Q&A. That's a big part of all of our streams. So feel free to ask questions basically at any time. We don't have like a specific Q&A portion all the time. So anytime you have a question, feel free to get in there. Dylan's asking, was it because of my suggestion that we see Weapon Tinkerer? No, it was because he dressed like this today. When he walked in, I was so taken with his classy, dapper attire that I could not imagine who else we could possibly put on stream besides him. So yes, that it's not directly because of what you did, but that played at least a little bit of a role in this.
Can't get the screen to pop up.
What's that?
Can't get the screen to pop up.
Okay, we might need to go offline real briefly, guys, here to get this the video showing up correctly. So one moment here. I'll answer some questions in text chat while we sort this out. So 1 second here. I'm gonna flip us back and forth between the scenes real quick. See if that makes any difference. Okay, Alt tab over again. And we're fixed. It was an OBS problem. I just had to jump back and forth between our scenes real quickly. Yes. So yeah, it'll delete all caps such as spam, some links. Yeah, it might do swearing. I think I turned off the swear filter on it. But we'll just have to see. MHTV is asking, do you have a studio or is it just one of you guys' houses? No, we're a studio.
I lost it again.
What's that?
I lost the picture again.
What are you talking about? This is like 30 seconds behind. See, that's what you're worried about over there. Yeah.
Alright.
Anyway,
Good.
we're fine. Just start playing. Yes. Anyway, we're a studio. Human Head Studios. You can go to our website. We've been around for I think like 15 years in Wisconsin. It was founded by 6 or so guys from who were previously at Raven Software, which is another Madison-based game developer. We have around I think 40 people or so at the studio. 50 people, somewhere between 40 and 50 people at the studio. Although that not everyone there is on the minimum team. We have about 10 or 11 people on the minimum team. So around 40, 50 people in the studio. About 10 of us, 11 of us are on the minimum team. It fluctuates here and there. Some people, particularly artists, move back and forth between different projects we're working on and things like that. But myself, for those of you who are new to this, my name's Norm. I'm the project lead on Minimum. That's TJ, also known as Weapon Tinkerer on the forums. He does a lot of weapon concepting and weapon creation, weapon balance, and QA and testing work for us. He's also one of the better, maybe the best Minimum player at Human Head. He's definitely in the top, the upper echelon of Human Head Minimum players. Yeah, no, Minimum is not free to play. We are a premium title. We think we have enough cool stuff in here to be worthy of that, and we try our best to add features for you guys to make sure that we live up to that expectation, I should say. Yes. Mike just went way down. Oh yeah, hold on one second. Alt tab. I can. That's good. There we go. Okay. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Mic should be fixed again. I swear to God, our stream's getting more professional. I swear to you, we're working a little bit at a time to make sure that happens. So now the mic should be better. Let me know if it gets quiet again. Let's see. What do you do when you found a, or what will the price be? Let's see. Will the price be lowered when the game is fully out? So it's hard to say what we'll end up doing with pricing down the road. We're trying to be responsive to to feedback and to what people are saying about why they're buying the game or why they're playing it, who's interested. So we consider pricing to be a dynamic value that we will adjust based on the kind of feedback we're getting. So it could go down in the future. We're focused on the Steam sale right now. I think at $9.99 we're a pretty darn good deal on the Steam sale. So I know we've got a ton of new players from that, and I hope you guys feel similarly. I'm going to point out this is one of the new features in the update. You can see TJ is getting that Titan to poop out a lot of shards. They're not the most effectively placed right now, so the fact that they fall directly at their feet is not exactly a bug, just more of a unfinished implementation. That's one of the things we added in the new update to give players alternate ways to get shards and upgrade their armor. So we're curious to see what you guys think of that as the game goes on. No, SodaStorm, you can't type in all caps. Sorry, Nightbot hates that. Let me see if I can.
Golden Creep detected.
Still low, no audio change, really? Alright, 1 second here. What's the volume of the game at?
Not sure.
Check the game volume. All right, guys, we'll keep taking a look at this and trying to figure out why we're having these.
It's pretty low.
Well, but that should be low. I just wanted to make sure that the mic wasn't
Drowned out by it.
Well, let's see here. I can turn the mic gain up a bit. We'll see if that helps with anything. So yes, rationale behind the more expensive armors was an attempt to put the brakes on runaway snowballing. So the goal was to make the top tier armors a lot harder to so that individual players were a lot less likely to run away with the game by getting ahead early. I don't think that change has worked out as well as we wanted it to. One of the things that we didn't anticipate was that because the armors are so expensive, it directed a lot of the better players toward. I guess you could say, I'll use the word selfish, but that doesn't necessarily. I don't mean that in like a derogatory sense. But it ended up with a lot of players focusing a lot more on taking shards and things like that for themselves than we anticipated, which ended up with more snowballing. No, so saying that, I mean, the idea here was that the tier 3 armors are supposed to be nearly impossible to get to. So we didn't want anyone, including the top players, to get to them very often. And for the first 2 tiers to be things that most people could acquire, over the course of a game. Like I said, I'm not going to defend it too much further. I really don't think it worked. So we have a different set of adjustments that we're testing right now internally. I'm not ready to talk about those yet because I feel like we were a little premature with this one. So I don't want to put something out that you guys aren't. Basically, I don't want to put something out there just yet until we're a little more confident with it. Pro Akuma, yep, you're on the stream. Thanks. I'm really glad you liked the game. Thanks for joining us with it. And please join us on stream. Ask us some questions. Let us know what you're thinking, how you're feeling about the game. Let's see here. I found a game-breaking bug yesterday. Reload button press sprint button equals massive lag spike. By massive lag spike, do you mean like lag for the whole server, or like things stutter and lag for you? I'm gonna write that down right now as something we'll keep an eye on. Let's see. Lag. Yeah, when you one of those game terminology things. The lag is always a strange term because people mean a lot of different things when they say lag. Sometimes they mean server lag, where you actually feel like delays between your shots and things like that. And sometimes people mean, frame lag, which is just the game not running well or running slowly, that kind of thing. So we always appreciate it when you're as precise as you can be when reporting problems like that to us. XGameCraft X, thank you very much. Glad you're loving it and glad you're playing it. You'll probably see we've got I think there's 5 or 6 of the minimum team that are on the various maps playing with each other right now, or playing on various maps right now. So you'll probably see us out there. Most of us have the @HH inner names or HH somewhere in there. I just realized what TJ's loadout names were. Apparently he can't see the color red, which seems problematic because one of the changes that we added in the June update was that the team coloring. So unlike before, when you see opponents, their block skin or whatever, their blocks will be colored red basically. And we think that'll help a lot to make. We had the red colored nameplates already, but this should help make things a lot clearer and a lot more straightforward when people are trying to figure out what who they're supposed to be shooting at and what team they're on. Let's see, @HumanHead. So Fork Launcher, why does it have infinite redirect? Probably because that's a bug. That would be my guess.
Something we want to try and make it a little bit different than the regular plasma.
Yeah, but infinite redirect, we already determined that was
broken
unusable with the homing thing.
Yeah.
No, most launchers only have a single redirect. The Fork Launcher, I think, is the only one that can do it infinite times. I mean, I think I I believe we determined that it wasn't all that usable. So unlike the homing launcher, where the infinite redirect was way too powerful because of the homing properties, the fork launcher, practically speaking, you don't really have infinite redirects. You've got 2 or 3 of them before you hit something, or you know, they don't change direction quickly enough. I'm watching TJ utterly fail to ambush these two.
Yep.
Nice try. Yeah, so we will we'll do our best to adjust that. We'll take a look at that and see if it's a problem. I don't think it's a problem because, like we said, in practice the infinite redirects aren't all that usable. But we're definitely we'll definitely keep an eye on it in case it gets out of hand. Let's see. I've been watching your game for quite a while now. At the moment, do you think your game is worth buying for casual play? Yeah, I mean, I think so. Especially being 50% off on Steam right now. I think we're an awesome value. And you know, we're adding a lot of new features all the time. I mean, we typically put out a build every week, usually on Friday morning. And those are usually smaller builds. They're mostly bug fixes and balance tweaks and things like that. But we also put small new features here and there inside of them as well, like, you know, an occasional new weapon or you know, some new balance feature, that kind of thing. So we do those every week, and then we're trying to aim for once a month to put out a much larger content update, and that's what this June update represents. So that's where we do things like whole new game modes and brand new maps and things like that. And we're also trying to work really hard to get the community involved in the development of the game. So the third Titan map, Disaster Zone, if you guys have played it, for new players who played on it, it's a lot more bare bones than the other maps that are out there, and it's at what we call the blockout status, which means we laid out the basic combat spaces, but we didn't do any kind of art work on it yet. And so we put that out really early before making it pretty, so that you guys would have a chance to give us feedback and let us know if you felt like the balance was solid and the map was fun to play and all those kinds of things. And I think that worked out really well. We got great feedback from you guys, and almost right off the bat, it was everyone's favorite map. And so that was really valuable to us. And now we're working on the much more polished, arted version of it. That was actually supposed to come out with the with this June update, but we ended up holding it back by a couple of days, just because we knew the Steam sale was coming up, and we just wanted to be careful about how much new stuff we rolled out all at once, to avoid introducing a ton of bugs. So we're going to be putting out the visual update for Disaster Zone next week. That should come out Thursday or Friday next week. So that's still coming really soon, just not quite here today. Let's see here. Level 5 launchers are going to have reduced fire rate, level 1 fire rate next week. Is that true?
Yep.
Yeah? Okay. Yeah, so it sounds like we're doing that. I'm not always 100% aware of all the balance changes that are going on. So individual ones are, Weapon Tinker usually has a better idea of the specifics of that than I do. Let's see, if you're using Nightbot due to lack of moderators, I have nothing to do 90% of the time with these streams. So Nightbot, so two things. Devilix, we will be looking for moderators, particularly not just for the stream, but we're working on a new forum. So you guys have probably seen that on the Steam forums. There's a preview link up there where you guys can take a look at it. We're going to be moving to our own private forums where we've got the ability to add cooler features for you guys, and we'll use Steam authentication, so if you log in with your Steam name, you won't need to make a new account and that kind of stuff. But it'll let us do cooler stuff with you guys, and so we'll definitely be looking for community moderators for that. And so I think people like yourself would be great candidates for that kind of thing. But Nightbot was less for moderation and more for giveaways and things like that. So like I said, we're going to be doing a free copy of Minimum giveaway today during the stream, and so I'm going to try out Nightbot's ability to randomly select someone who's currently watching the stream and as a prize winner. So we're going to see how that works out, and that'll make it easier for us to do these giveaways in the future. For those of you who are new, this particular giveaway we're doing is what we call the Swear Jar giveaway. So the Swear Jar was a concept that I think the users pitched, actually. I think you guys did that, and we occasionally we say bad words here and there, not often, but every once in a while it happens. So when that happens, we put some money in the swear jar, and that's actually a command I'm going to try to add to Nightbot over the weekend, so that we can actually like do a swear jar command, and you guys can see how much money is in the swear jar, and we'll fill that up and bring that toward you know, that you guys can keep track of when we're going to be doing new giveaways of the game. So this is our first swear jar giveaway, and so we'll be doing more of those in the future, I'm sure. Let's see here. I once had Human Head Studios lurking for ideas in my stream. Yep. Yeah, you guys will see us for people who stream minimum. We're super grateful for everyone who... Oh, TJ. So close, and yet so far. We're always keeping an eye on people who are streaming minimum, and you'll sometimes see us drop by either on our individual accounts or sometimes on the Human Head Studios, the actual Human Head Studios account. But you'll see us swing by your stream sometimes and say hello, chat with your users, chat with yourself, that kind of thing. Like I say, we like to make sure that the community is really well integrated into our game. Let's see. Is TJ able to explain how katana damage formulas work? Over damage chart says the 20 damage per slash base damage, and it should probably be 30 per slash with armors, but it feels like more.
Yeah, I've got it poorly listed on there.
Yeah. So I mean, the idea is that a full combo from the swords, if every aspect of it hits you, so if all 3 strikes plus the AOE hit you, is supposed to kill you 100% of the time. So that's the way the swords are designed, and as they level up to level 5, they're designed to be able to do that to, you know, higher and higher tier armors and things like that. So that the swords are balanced around needing to hit with your full combo to kill. And that's obviously, it's assuming someone who's at full health and things like that. That's for the Inferno katana, so katanas that have reduced damage, like the healing katana, don't necessarily follow that same formula, but that's the idea there.
The formula is pretty much first hit's 20 right now, second hit's 40, third hit is 60.
There you go. Right from the horse's mouth. Let's see. Will it be using the command winner just so people who already have it or don't have a use for additional copy don't actually have to enter? It could use that. I don't know a ton about about Nightbot's functionality, so it's gonna use whatever I can come up with today, and then we'll continue to improve upon our use of this feature as we learn about it. So if I can figure out how to use the winner command, then we will use that. If I can't, then we will not. And you guys are free to give it away, you know, to Steam gift it to someone, or you know, defer the code to someone else in chat. However you guys want to handle that for now. Yeah, so 100 damage per combo is the idea. Or no, yeah, 120. Sorry, 120 damage per combo. Yes. So wait, actually, it was 120 damage to hit per combo. That would kill him the last 2 hits, though. Is that? Are you sure that's what it is?
Yeah, it's the last hit that will kill him.
Yeah, but I'm saying if it's you start with 100 health, so if the third hit is 60 and the second hit is 40, you don't need the first hit.
Very true.
So good point, Sonatorum. So we will take a look at that.
Hit.
What's that?
Yeah, he missed with the first hit.
Yeah, well, we'll take a look at that. So Sonatorum, the math genius. Yeah, we'll keep a look at that. The idea was that it should take all 3 hits to kill. So you're right, actually. Depending on what armor you've got and things like that, you may be able to kill with just the second 2 hits. So we will take a look. I'm gonna write that down right now. And we'll investigate that. Let's see here. What else do we got here? So there's some performance changes coming. Definitely coming, just not imminently. So like I said, we're trying to focus on rounding out the features first, and then we'll move on to optimizing them and improving performance wherever we can. So we do make little performance optimizations here and there as we find them, but it's not a central goal for where we currently are in development. Alexander, the giveaway will be towards the end of the stream, so probably in about 30 minutes or so, we'll do our giveaway, I would say. So yeah, anyone who's on the stream at that point will be eligible for the giveaway. Let's see. Are you planning to open up the option to choose mode soon? Depends on what you mean by soon. We're basically keeping an eye on player counts. We want to make sure that we've got a large enough consistent player base so that if when we open up separate queues, it doesn't fragment people and we don't end up with splitting a small player base between two modes. So that's the primary reason, and then also just because we want to make sure that everyone plays both modes right now, and we get a lot of good feedback on both of all of the maps and both of the modes. So we'll be leaving it like that for at least for the next few weeks while we keep an eye on things. But we will let you guys know before we make the change to enable the separate queues. We'll make sure you guys know that. Weapon Tinkerer is. I'm not clear on the rules of teabagging. Grave doesn't allow it because he abuses it. Shane, we're allowed to do it sometimes. But I think Weapon Tinkerer is too classy to teabag. I mean, look at that. Look at that hat. Look at those glasses. Look at that vest. So he's allowed to teabag, technically, but he would never do that. Because, he's a classy guy. 20, 39, 60. There you go. That's the perfect nerf, Zane. The perfect nerf. So we'll talk a little bit more about what's been in this update. So the patch notes should be coming probably an hour or so after we finish this stream. I was actually in the process of making them before we jumped on here and before Weapon Tinkerer plummeted into his death. So yes, we will. We put those patch notes out there a little more elaborate. They got some screenshots of them. They have some bits of flavor written by different people on the team. So we're trying out making the patch notes a little more elaborate for our big updates. Ooh, he made it this time. Can he get back though? The journey, he did. So those will go up soon. But we'll talk about big changes to balance. We're mostly balance oriented. So the main goal here is to make Titan mode less snowbally and to try to make sure that most of the time when you play Titan mode, you have a good, satisfying fight on your hands, and not something where mistakes early on lead to unrecoverable situations. So we had for Titan mode itself, we changed the way that that weapon powering up works, so that there is a built-in automatic powering of your primary weapon as successive Titan modes occur. So that way we slowly squeeze down the difference between a level 5 weapon and a level and a freshly spawned person as we go. Along with the fact that as you build armor, you get increasing amounts of defensive stats essentially, which means that the higher level weapons are needed to be more effective against them. We also adjusted the way that weapons themselves power up, so we'll be changing the UI to communicate this a little more clearly in the future. But now levels 4 and 5 require more than one power up in order to make them finish leveling, and that was again to make it so that it's a little harder to get to that max level and to reduce the sort of immediacy of some really good players getting there right away. And then we have also made it so that you're required to continue to make kills in order to maintain your power levels. Again, to make it so that someone who gets to 5 really early doesn't just sit at 5 forever. Yeah. So that was the main goal of that, and then we added the ability to get some shards by attacking Titans. That was again to help add some additional options for acquiring those beyond just farming. And we also added a number of other tweaks and adjustments to Titan mode, such as the grenades are really hard to use in the low gravity area. Grenades and turrets. Such as the fact that the power that your Titan has acquired resets on each successive round now. So Titans still get stronger. They just get stronger like on a round by round basis. But the amount of Titan power you have, instead of just accumulating permanently, it accumulates on a round by round basis. So that way, if you lose a creep farm round, fairly hard early on, it was really hard to come back from that because you had to basically win the next round just as hard as you lost the previous round in order to catch up. And that's just really hard to come up with. So the goal there was to make sure that your success in Titan mode was more about how well you did, from round to round, like doing well on a bunch of successive rounds as opposed to doing really well on one round and then kind of riding that into a victory a few rounds later. So we'll be keeping an eye on all these changes, and seeing what you guys think of them. We also did a pretty significant weapon rebalance that went along with that. We actually put that out yesterday. Well, it was just yesterday with the update. Yeah, so it was part of the June update. So the weapon rebalance took damages down pretty much across the board, with the exception of the sniper rifles and the mini launcher. Yeah, they all went down in damage. And the goal there was to make it so the time to kill was longer and more like. Gave you more time to be tactical about it. One of the problems we had, particularly early in Titan mode, with the huge differentials between level 5 and level 1, was that when you got into a fight with someone who had a level 5 weapon, you would often die so quickly that you had, there was very little chance to react to it. You would just kind of die, right? And so with the increased time to kill, we wanted to make it so that when someone gets the drop on you, I mean, they should have an advantage. Obviously, they've hit you first. They've done the first damage. That should be a pretty significant advantage for them, but it shouldn't be overwhelming. If you're better than them, if you're able to outplay them, you should be able to recover from some early damage that you took, or some clip, some sort of clip damage you took inadvertently at the start of a fight. Like that, we want you to be able to recover from that. We want to be able to have better 1v1 fights and things like that, to make it, more effective and more fun in general. So we're gonna keep watch on that, and make sure we know how you guys feel about that. Apparently TJ has been targeted now, so we'll see how this goes for him. There he is. Get him. Get him. Nice. How dare you disrespect the human head stream? So that's our goal with the Titan mode changes. And we've got some other changes that we're working on right now, trying to get more interaction in the actual Titan battles themselves. I mean, the Titans are really cool, and right now they don't form that effective of they're not like a centerpiece for the fights. I mean, a lot of people you pay attention to them when you need to. Most often when one of them has defeated the other one and you need to go stop it from killing a wall or something like that. But we want you to get more involved in the actual battles between the Titans themselves. So one feature that we're prototyping right now is we call it the Titan Clash system, aka Clash of the Titans. Ha ha ha, we're so funny. So the idea of the Titan Clash system is that periodically while your Titans are fighting each other, while they're doing their normal punch back and forth thing, every so often they will clash, sort of like a sword clash or like a grapple, in a fighting game. So they'll grapple with each other, and there'll be a big announcement that says the Titans have entered this clashing state. And then the players will directly determine which Titan wins during that clashing state. And so we haven't determined precisely, how that will work out. The simplest way would be that both teams go over and they try to cause damage to the enemy Titan. And whoever does the most damage in a small amount of time, or hits the damage cap we're looking for, stuns the enemy Titan, and their Titan breaks out and does a punch and wins that engagement. But the idea being that we want it to be a really clearly communicated moment where the announcer can come on and let you know that this has happened. We'll put UI elements directing people over there, and then we'll make really clear feedback about which side is currently pulling ahead in helping their Titan win this clash. And we want to do that periodically to make sure we pull people over the Titans. And get them fighting around the Titans and protecting the Titans, attacking the Titans, and really sort of living up to the promise of what Titan mode wants to be. So that's a sort of a sneak peek at a system we're currently working on. I don't know when we'll come out with that. It probably won't be too long. We're already making some proxy animations and stuff. But yeah, no promises on precisely when that'll be here. Let's see here. One asks Human Head, are you planning to add more shards to TDM? Kind of hard to level up your armor. Yeah, so the way the shards are placed in TDM is not ideal right now. And we're trying to figure out if we want to add, we'll probably do a little bit of both. We want to add some more shards just so there's more of them around, so they're a more common thing to pick up. But also, we'll probably adjust the costs of armor specifically for Titan or for deathmatch mode versus Titan mode, because there's different things we're trying to do in those modes. So having them cost exactly the same doesn't necessarily make sense, because the way you acquire materials is very different in deathmatch from how you acquire materials in Titan mode. So we want to make sure we're aware of that distinction and tweaking it to make sure that they work that way. Let's see here. Will the servers be fixed? I just lost connection to the host. Yes. So short answer is yes. I mean, obviously we're going to do our best to fix every problem that we come up with. The short answer is right now we are having some disconnection issues. I'm not totally sure where it's coming from. Steam tends to get really bogged down during Steam sales, and so we are a very Steam dependent game, which is a cool thing in that we intend to add stuff like Steam trading and Steam cards, and letting you log in with your Steam ID and all that kind of stuff. So we want to be a very, very tightly integrated with Steam, but that also means that we're particularly vulnerable when Steam is having problems. And the Steam summer, or all their sales, but the summer sale in particular, is always a really rough time for Steam. So part of the disconnects are Steam connection issues, and part of them are we've been having some issues with our own backend provider, where they've been slow to respond to different messages. So we're having them look into their aspects of it, and we're actively looking into the disconnects and trying to identify where they're coming from. So I can't say for sure exactly what or when we'll have dealt with it, but we're aware of it, and we're doing our best to sort it out and settle it down, and we promise that we'll get it worked out. We'll definitely get it worked out.
Synthesizing.
Let's see here. Is there any chance of getting some competitive game modes? I assume by competitive game modes you mean like ranked modes or that kind of thing. I mean, Titan mode we do intend to be sort of a team competitive oriented mode. So ranked mode is definitely is one of the things on our roadmap, and team support in general. So good support for clans, the abilities for you guys to make your own teams, do things like customize your Titans, make customized Blockman skins for your team and things like that. That's all stuff that we want to do, and along with obviously ranked queues as well. But again, those are things that we need to get a nice solid foundation in before we move too solidly at the ranked mode type stuff. Get our balance in better shape, make sure all our game modes are well tested, we've got all the features we want in them, and that kind of thing. I like how Samurai Helmet buffs your sword damage, but enables other sword users to insta-kill you. Yeah, that's essentially on purpose. We felt like it was appropriate for a samurai-ish kind of armor. Why is the disaster chest armor blueprint darker? That's probably just an accident. My guess is that the artist made it darker accidentally.
Yep.
So yeah, not intentional. We'll see if we can do that. Let's see here. What do you guys think of the Olympian chestplate, though? It still seems to be the most common, most preferable armor. Yeah, I mean, that and the Paladin armor seem to be the most popular choices. We haven't touched it so far, mostly because the Olympian armor is just really well-rounded, so it's sort of an easier one to recognize as being a good choice. So we don't want to change it immediately, just because it's nice for people to kind of have that straightforward option. But we definitely need to bring other armors up to make them more competitive with the Olympian chest. And one of the things we want to do eventually is add the ability to do add activatable slots to chest armors, so that you can essentially have another device, style activation, which will probably help differentiate the chest armors from each other a lot more. Let's see. So, if you thought about making it more apparent that people need to kill creeps during creep spawns, like a text or voice over saying the players need to kill creeps, other players don't realize it at all. Yeah, we know that there's some definite messaging problems for the creep farming. And yeah, we've got some new VO we're working on, and we've got some new text messaging and things like text callouts, as well as some changes to the creeps themselves to help make it clearer where you're supposed to be going, and which area is ideal for you to farm in, depending on what team you're on. So yeah, we know that's a problem, and we're definitely working on trying to get that better. I mean, the ideal way to fix a lot of this is going to be, like a true, proper tutorial. And so we're working on bots right now. It's one of the things that we are actively developing. And having solid bot code will enable us to make a much better tutorial experience, so we can put people into, like a full bot game, and do a more sort of handheld, walk them through the different ways in which the different aspects of the game, the different things they're supposed to be working with to be effective. We'll be able to create custom armors, costumes. If you mean, yeah, so ultimately we want to have Steam Workshop support, so the ability for people to make, kind of like what they have in Team Fortress 2 and Dota 2 and all that kind of stuff. CSGO, the ability for users to submit their own custom armor ideas, and then put those in through the Steam Workshop. Those will be armor skins, essentially. So that way you'll be able to buy different skins for the armors whose stats you like the best. Because we want to make sure, the one thing we always make sure is we don't become a pay-to-win game or something like that. We want to make sure that the core functionality is something that is available to all the players. Yeah, so that's the goal for that. User-created maps, yeah, we would like to do that. That's actually a lot more challenging to do than most of the other workshop integration stuff. So we're gonna keep our eye on that. We really want to do it because we think you guys will make some really awesome maps. We're just trying to figure out what the best way to get that directly integrated with the experience is. So that's more of a long-term goal, but definitely something we're big on. Let's see, I feel that player movement is quite bulky. Will that ever be tweaked? Acrobatics and parkour? Yeah, so a lot of people have asked for more sort of acrobatic movements and things like that. I don't know that we'll go as far as like, sort of like vaulting and more direct parkour stuff, but wall jumps and dodges are two things that we've talked a lot about wanting to put in to help get more dynamic movement abilities in there. So I think that we will ultimately do that. I don't know when we'll get to it necessarily. We've got a lot to do in our next two updates to get ourselves ready for sort of filling out the core feature set. But that is definitely something it's been brought up a lot by our players, and we're interested in it too. So I think we'll almost certainly do it. It's just a question of when we will get to it. Let's see, will we be able to create our own maps and private servers? So two separate things. So own maps, like I said previously. Once Steamworks integration is in, we're going to take a look at how we can get user-created maps in there. Private servers, definitely. So we're working on private servers right now, and the ability, to create custom games like you would expect to be able to do in, League of Legends or Dota or Counter-Strike or whatever. So we're working on that. We don't have an ETA just yet. There's actually a few. Let's see. We have a few more sort of baseline things we need to integrate
Titan destroyed
before we were ready to roll that out. But it's definitely a thing that we're working very hard on. And so I don't have an ETA for you just yet, but we're trying to get it in like early mid-July. We're trying to have that ready for you guys. See, I wanted to ask, is there any plans to add a non-spread assault rifle, something weaker than the bullet held with a more focused spread? Possibly. Yeah, I mean probably. Ultimately, we've got some other sort of assault rifle-ish ideas. We want the weapons in minimum to be a little bit more unusual. Yeah, a little bit more unique. So we're trying to stay away from sort of the easier, just add an assault rifle kind of a thing. But will we have a faster firing weapon that is a more directed, sort of attack as opposed to a spread attack like the bullet hell? Definitely. Yeah, that's definitely something that we'll be working on for sure. Beam rifle, yeah, beam rifle is maybe an example of that. We have a beam rifle that is in the prototype stages, and that'll probably come out eventually. So yeah, that's one way that might end up manifesting itself for sure. Let's see, carbon shield. Anyone will use the buyback? Yeah, I can't answer that for you. But with private servers, do you mean dedicated servers? Yes. I mean, the servers are already dedicated. They're already dedicated servers. By private servers, we mean the same sort of, like I said, the best comparison I can make is how League of Legends and Dota work. It's like you can go in there and you can either join a matchmaking queue, or you can say create your own game and invite the people you want to play with, or open it up to other people to join, and do it that way. So that's what we mean when we say private servers. That's what we're talking about. That kind of situation. No. The servers will still be lobbies. The servers will still be hosted just like they are now with our hosting solution. They're just, you know, games you can create on your own. Let's see here. We'll be able to change armor type. I assume by that you mean will you be able to like recraft different armors in game? Yeah. So selling back armor is something we're working on right now. It'd probably be in, you know, sometime in one of our mini updates between now and the big July update. We'll get that in there. So we just need to add. Is there some interface work we need to do to be able
Armor
to
synthesizing.
let you do that?
Armor synthesizing.
Then, we'll be making sure that that you have that option. Yeah, definitely. Who else in your game right now, TJ? Okay, that's
People, I don't know.
it's a lot of new people. It's really nice to see new faces in there, guys. Yeah, really happy to see you guys in there, and we hope you guys are enjoying yourselves. Did you let people know this is a stream game, TJ?
Most of them are right now.
Yeah, we should say something in chat after you kill Pro
Enemy
Kuma.
Titan destroyed.
Or get killed by him, you know, whatever. Whichever. Let's see there. Will there also be modding support, like making game modes, etc., etc.? Not necessarily. By which I mean we would like to do that, but it's a little bit. It'll be a little bit difficult to get that in there. What the kind of modding we want to do is basically we want to get a lot of support for stuff via Steam Workshop. That's going to be kind of our primary sort of source of modifications and adjustments to the game for you guys to make. So anything that we can enable you guys to do via the workshop, we will ultimately. So yeah, if we can get the ability to sort of put out custom game modes and stuff like that via the workshop, then we'll definitely do that. See, I'm gonna go back through some questions again here. Yeah, we have a swear jar. Every time we get $20, we give away a copy of minimum. So we're gonna be giving away a copy of minimum. We'll say in 15 minutes here. When we, what's that?
How much is it per swear?
We've gone back and forth on it. I think it's been 25 cents at one point.
If you're up to 20 of them.
Well, we had a number of events where we decided swear jar is maybe not the best name for it, because we've also added larger amounts of money for other like stupidity things we've done, like when we had the links wrong on the Twitch page, we put like $5 in the swear jar there, and then yeah.
I was gonna say, why are we letting Graves dream?
I know, right? So yeah, so we'll probably bump it up to like $1 per swear or something like that, and then we'll continue to do the thing where we add larger amounts when we have more egregious mistakes we've made.
Do foreign languages count?
Let's see. Hey Norm, says minimum 50% off right now, and you have $20 in a jar. Shouldn't you give 2 copies away? That's compelling logic right there. All right. Oh. All right, fine. All right, we'll give 2 copies away. It's decided. All right, we're good. 2 copies it is. You've convinced me. So we will now be giving 2 copies of minimum away in celebration of the Steam sale. That seems only fair. You're right. We will do that. Shatosian, yeah, we're definitely working on this. Like I said earlier in the stream, a big part of this is the load that Steam's under right now. So we're a very Steam dependent game. We need their services to be online for our matchmaking, for lots of different reasons. So during the sales, Steam always is crushed under the load of your enthusiasm for Gaben's Will, and
our wallets.
and our wallets. So that's a lot of the problem we're having right now. Is just Steam is under so much load that it's difficult for us to stay online all the time. And we also have some problems with our backend provider. They've been a little bit slow to respond to some stuff. So we're working on that as hard as we can. We're actively looking at it, and we'll do our best to get it sorted out. But to some extent, there's only so much we can do about it while you guys are burying Steam beneath your ravenous desire for high quality deals on games. He can't play with a monocle. It doesn't work. He wants to know where your monocle is. You gonna go get it? Alright, apparently we're gonna play with a monocle. This is gonna happen, guys. This will happen. Yeah, like we said, Sonatorum, it's not just Ember, it's also Steam. Steam is just under so much load due to the Steam sale that it's to some extent, there's only so much we can do to deal with that aspect of it. So we're doing our best. We will continue to do what we can to resolve the situation as best we can. Alright, we got it. Alright, are you not entertained, folks? TJ will play this round with a monocle. This is
Try.
try. This is what we call a handicap, folks. This is a serious handicap. Also, the event is amazing TDM map. Love the sound design and flexibility of playstyles. Yeah, we're glad you like it, guys. Yeah, Steam sales crash servers, exactly. That is the problem. For all you guys who are new to our streams, I haven't seen this yet, but please follow us. We stream twice a week, generally, and sometimes more. We stream every Wednesday at when did we stream on Wednesday? 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, 11 p.m. GMT. And then on Fridays we stream at 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern, and 8 p.m. GMT. So we do that every week. We answer your guys' questions. We get feedback from you, let you know what we're thinking about, give you sort of sneak peeks at upcoming features and new things we're working on, different design directions we're talking about going. Sometimes we'll do we'll do streams that are just on dev servers where we'll show off. Like we did that for TDM last week on our Friday stream last week. We showed everyone TDM with all the developers playing it on one of our test servers. So we'll continue to do stuff like that. A good way to get sneak peek, good way to talk directly to us and help be involved in our what's going on here?
Server lagged.
I think it crashed.
The server disconnected.
Well, I must mean the server itself is going down. Oh, Steam. Why do you do this to us, Steam? Steam, please. Please. You guys gotta buy less games that aren't minimum. Keep buying minimum, but don't buy other games so that Steam servers will be under less load. Sorry about that, guys. We'll jump back in. Nukiro, thanks. I'm glad you think it looks interesting. Sorry you joined us right as we crashed. Like we said earlier in the stream, we're having a little bit of server issues due to how crazy things get during the Steam summer sale. But we're doing our best to get those things fixed up and
synthesizing.
So please don't let that dissuade you. I swear to God, we're fun and awesome. And yes, exactly. Stop buying Far Cry 3. Just buy minimum. That's the important part of this message that I'm delivering. So whoever took yourself bad, you had minus 11 frags. I know. The monocle is clearly a massive drain on his abilities. We can see that much. Everything by 6 p.m. Coast Central Time is lost on me from yesterday. Yeah, I know that feeling. We were working a lot of hours over the last couple of days, and we've been trying to basically get this build ready for you guys. Actually, so
Creep spawns detected.
funny story about this update. So this update was originally supposed to be next week. Was when we were going to put this update out. That was our original plan. Was for it to go out on Friday of next week. And then Steam, Valve lets developers and publishers know a little bit early about when the Steam sale is going to happen. We get a couple of weeks of warning basically. So one day we were there and like, oh hey, by the way guys, Steam sale's on the 19th. We're like, oh crap, that's right before when we were gonna put an update out. It would be really nice to have the update out with the new game mode and stuff for all the new players we're hopefully gonna get during the Steam sale. So we killed ourselves to turn this update around a week sooner than we originally intended to, so that it would be ready for all you guys when the Steam sale came out. And so that's part of the other reason why Disaster Zone got delayed by a couple of days. Technically, it's not delayed. It's just gonna come out when we originally intended for it to come out, which is next week. We were hoping we could cram it in to get in before the sale started, but it just didn't quite work out. So it'll be coming out next week, and that's still in the middle of the sale. So we'll still have it out during the sale, just not before it like we wanted to. Yeah. Apparently, Nightbot needs.
Armor
moves.
synthesizing.
I want you to post links. Hold on. I'm gonna permit. Let's see if I can figure out how this works.
Armor synthesizing.
Okay, go ahead, Cyber. You can post it now. Feel free to tell a funny story, Jonathan. See, I'm not sure which story you're referring to. Let's see what Cyber has sent to us. Load, Imager, load. It's you. That is a fine screen cap you have made, sir. I approve and I enjoy it, and I think you should post it on Steam forums and make it available to the world so that they may share in our joy. No, Leebarg should not pwn the noobs. He should be gentle to the noobs, and he should draw them into the warm embrace of the minimum family so they stay forever and play with us. That is what we want Leebarg to do.
They can never leave.
That's right, forever and ever and ever. Exrageki? How do you pronounce your name, Exrageki? We have a fair number of people in there today. Our numbers fluctuate depending on what time of the day it is and things like that. But the Steam sales brought in a
Armor
lot of new players.
synthesizing.
So we're seeing a lot more people show up on the servers. You should see plenty of people out there to play with. So if you're on the fence about whether to pick us up, I say pick it up and join this wave of new players and experience all we've got to offer with the cool new deathmatch mode and Titan mode. And we've got lots of new stuff coming for you guys. We put out builds every week. And we put out big ass builds like this one. Oh, big ass, is that a swear jar? I'm gonna call that a swear jar. Alright. Down in the swear jar. We're down closer to another title. We put out big updates like this one, more on like a monthly basis. But we're dedicated to taking your guys' feedback and listening to you guys and getting you guys involved in this. We really want to be a player-focused game. We want you guys to be as involved in this process as we can. Let's see here. Half of Monaco reminds me of Battle Theater by Behemoth. Yeah. Let's see here. So it's playing a different game. Yeah, I know, boo. Tournament. Let's see here. Enormous giveaway time. Yep, it's basically giveaway time. Alright. So I'm going to click over to my Nightbot screen here and see if I can figure this out. Okay. Giveaways. Click the giveaway box. Options. Let's see. I want to filter out the owner. I don't want that to give to me, obviously. Or I assume that's what that means, at least. I'm going to go over to Start Giveaway. And I'm going to choose Random Active User. So the options I've got here are question answer, random number, and random active user. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do Random Active User and see what this does. All right. So according to this, it's going to make it's going to choose from everyone who's spoken in the past 10 minutes.
Armor
So I'm going to give you
synthesizing.
guys 30. I'll give you
Armor
guys 1
synthesizing.
minute to type in chat and to join our family and say something witty and interesting so that Nightbot recognizes you as a potential winner, and then I'm going to hit this giveaway button. So you have 45 seconds now. Everyone counts right now. Actually, I guess I'm going to give you a few extra seconds since there's a delay on here. I just realized there's a delay, so. Alright, 30 more seconds. 30 more seconds. Almost time. Remember, we're going to do 2 games. So we're gonna do one giveaway here, and then I'll do another giveaway a little bit in a few seconds after that one. All right, 15 seconds. We're almost here. Almost here. Everybody chat. Everyone who wants a chance in the giveaway, make sure you say something in the chat. Talk, talk, talk. All right, Nightbot. Determine the lucky person who will win this game. Here we go. Ready? Start giveaway. And it goes to Xragi. You have won. You have won this great victory for your people. Xrageki, sorry. Congratulations. I will send you that. I only brought one code with me to the station because I thought we were only doing one giveaway. So I will send you guys both your copy right after we end the stream here. I'll message it to you guys on Twitch, and then you will get it. So Xragi, make sure I got you all written down here. Xrageki. Okay, so that's winner number 1. All right, here comes winner number 2. Ready? Here we go. Roll again. And we get Enocean 90 is the new winner. You already have the game though. I've seen you all over the forums, right? Enocean, feel free to either gift that on Steam, or if you want to choose someone else who's in chat right now to give it to, that's fine too, however you want to handle it. Let's see, Enocean 90. Alright, I will make sure that code is in your Twitch inbox. Is right after we wrap up the stream. I will send that to both of you guys. So keep an eye out, and we'll keep doing more giveaways all week. Winner number 2 was Enocean 90. Sorry, I should type that in chat. Type that in chat. Here we go.
Armor synthesizing.
Yeah, so we'll keep doing giveaways, but Steam sale will last all next week, so we'll do more giveaways on Wednesday and Friday as well. And we'll continue to do the swear jar joke going forward, and we'll add a command to Nightbot, so Nightbot can actually keep track of the swear jars for you guys, and you guys can see what's in there. So congratulations, you guys. That was our first giveaway, and that was really easy. So I'm glad. I like Nightbot. He's nice. He makes my job easier, and I like things that make my job easier. Okay, so yes, I want to give the game to our friend, but I don't have the money for it until Saturday. Well, keep an eye on our sales, Devil X, and we'll see if we have. Like I said, we'll do more giveaways next week. So sorry you didn't win, but yeah, we'll definitely we'll definitely keep doing giveaways. So feel free to stick around our chat and to join us and get all the cool information from us and hear all the cool features that are upcoming and all the stuff that we're working on. So congratulations to you two, and I'll get those things out to you right after we wrap up the stream. So I think, speaking of that, we're going to we'll let Weapon Tinkerer finish out this deathmatch match, and then we're going to call that an end of the day for our Friday stream. So thank you guys all for being here. Thank you so much, everyone who's bought the game in the Steam sale, everyone who's gifted something to their friend, everyone who's told someone about the game. For all you guys who are new here, we actually have a referral program on our website. If you go here, hold on, I'm gonna permit you, DevilX. If you go to playminimum.com, we have a referral thing there. You can put your email address in. It'll give you the retro armor, which is the skin for the berserker armor. And it'll also, if you send emails to your friends and things like that, you can also get a retro rifle, which is a skin for the bullet hell. It's pretty cool. It's got like 8-bit-ish particle effects and stuff. It's like my favorite weapon that we have. So head over there and let all your friends know about the game and about our Steam Summer Sale, and help us get more stuff there, guys. Yeah, and DevilX, we'll let you guys know as once we get the forums up, we'll be contacting some of you guys about helping us do community moderation stuff. If you guys have any other thoughts or any other questions you want to ask, any other thoughts on balance, stuff like that, feel free to do it. We'll answer questions up until the end of this match that TJ is playing. So if you got any questions left, fire them over. Jonathan, see, it should be, there's just a big like box that you put your email address into in the middle of the screen. Once you do that, it'll send you an email with your referral link, and then you can send that to your friends to have them click in and put their email address in that way. Yeah, it's probably a dev stream sort of day. I mean, it's a Steam sale, right? So everyone's trying to get out there and talk to people during the Steam sale. So seems like that kind of thing. Yeah, that one, Jonathan. We should probably improve the messaging there. Sign up for special offers is not super clear that that's a referral program. So I'll talk to our web guys about making an adjustment to the messaging there, so you guys can. You should have got an email from it, Jonathan. Just check your spam folders maybe and see if something didn't show up. Possibly, it could be that happened. Like I said, please follow us on Twitch so you'll know about all our upcoming streams. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. You can find all those links down underneath underneath the stream here. All our streams get archived. You can go back and watch old dev streams from before. There's a couple of highlights on there of silly things that we've done. Sometimes we do fun after-hour streams as well. So if you keep an eye on
Owner synthesizing.
Grabe and Shane, they sometimes do the Grabe and Shane after-hours show, we call it, where they'll just play and chat with you guys, and it's a less official dev stream. So yeah, hope you guys stick with us. Hope you guys give us lots of good feedback. And like I said, we want to work with you guys to help shape this game as best we can. So we really appreciate that. Jonathan, Steve, you already deleted it. I'll talk to the web guys. There really ought to be a way to resend your referral email. So I'll talk to them. I know they can do it manually, but it would be nice if they added a button to let you do that on there. So, yeah. Alright, guys. Well, thank you very much for being here. Again, we really appreciate it. Love talking to you guys. Love showing you guys new features. We'll be streaming again next week. Let all your friends know about the sale. It's a pretty good deal, I think. 50% off. And especially that 5-pack. That is a darn good deal, that 5-pack. It's basically like 1 3/4 copies of minimum free by default, plus discounted by 50%. So it's like a crazy deal. So
Get it, make your friends play.
yeah, get it, make your friends play, bring them in, tell them how cool the game is. Really appreciate you guys being here. So thank you so much, and look for us playing on there. We'll see us on all the time. So thanks, guys. Thanks for being here, and we'll see you again next week.